Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in to the Korner Booth pregame. I am your host, Mr. Jared Klim. Alongside the usual cast of characters, we have an amazing show tonight. We got two great guests, and it is time for the fourth annual NFL schedule over-under show. This tradition started back in 2020, where when the NFL in Vegas, me and Kevin and all of us ahead of the 2024 season with OTA starting. It's always the perfect time to do this, especially in the middle of June, end of May, before the beginning of June, where things start to slow up. We start taking shows off. It's kind of a nice way to kind of keep the momentum and the fun going. Everyone's had a week to look at the schedules. All that aside, I am your host, of course, Jared Klim. We also talking some NBA basketball today. My Timberwolves found a way to piss me off like a disappointed parent catching his kid smoking weed at 13. Like, I was ready to, lose my shit last night watching that game. It cost me an extra hour of sleep, and I wanted to take Kat, Ant, and Rudy and make them all run suicides after. I was like, what the hell is that performance? But, as my name indicates, Jared, a.k.a. Mr. Timberwolves for life. I've been in the trenches with this team since the Theo Ratliff was the best player in the team days, even before that. So we'll go there. So without further ado, of course, my guest today will be joining us in a minute. Of course, my co-host, ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman is the host of Bets with Swagoo. He is Anthony's father, and he is Jake Smigglesworth, a.k.a. Swagoo, a.k.a. Matt Ordazzo.
He is also a happy fan of the New York Yankees that just secured their 34th win of the season.
Very nice. We took 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers, so that's my base. That's my baseball.
We split the series. We split the series with the Seattle Mariners, and we finally beat Luis Castillo, even though we never traded for him.
Yo, the Mariners are not anything to mess with, dude. They are a good baseball team.
Cal Raleigh, not a catcher that's going to really hit for average on base percentage, but man, does he have pop in his bat.
How about, we traded Dominic Canzone to him, and the dude just hits nothing but lasers into the outfield. Mm-hmm. I'm like, he was our 8th outfielder in our rotation. It was crazy.
And like Nate said, don't sleep on Luis Gil.
There you go. We also got our boy Big Nate hanging out in the back, getting us stats, getting us updates, helping on the production. And, of course, my other co-host, ladies and gentlemen, the Philly fanatic himself, a.k.a. Mr. Melvin Dew, a.k.a. La Crispy. Chris, a.k.a. Captain. You don't even have a Captain America shield or something.
Dude, the goddamn captain. I got the captain cut.
Oh, I got
beautiful captain cut.
I went halfway between Trav and Jared. I don't know how to do it. I told my barber cut it short as hell. My hair is coming back in. My scalp is healing, but I need to breathe. So basically, besides this time I'm on this pod, I will not have a hat on until I think Sunday. I'm trying to get my head 3 days of just straight oxygen and try to see if I can turn everything around. That being said,
I told my barber, gave me the Chris Evans.
There you go. I love it. It looks good, buddy.
Rocking.
You got away from the rich middle school music teacher look to this. I love it.
Thanks, man.
Hey, listen,
and Nate, go Phils.
You pull off both looks, so it works. All right, our guest tonight, as we get into NBA and NFL talk. First off, this man is the host of Unfair Sports. He is a huge Sooners fan, a basketball fan, but his sports knowledge is endless. He is also a huge nerd like myself when it comes to all things Marvel. Dudes have 3 or 4 Mjolnirs behind his freaking bookcase. Just check it out when you get on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, Jay Smith.
What's good, everybody? Happy
How you doing, brother?
Thursday. Let's talk some ball.
Let's talk some. I know. I'm excited too, brother. Listen, I want to ask you because during the last time I saw you on screen, you were talking about Tyler Guyton on the draft show. Now, do you think he went to the best fit possible in Dallas, or do you think he should have gone to a team where he can learn behind a veteran tackle on the other side of the trenches?
To be honest, Dallas is probably the best place, and I'll say it because of this reason. Shockingly enough, they do really good with offensive linemen. If there's anything that they do well, them and the Raiders, they really do good.
Yeah,
They do fantastic with the linemen. So I think that was probably the best spot to go because he'll be able to play early. He's freakish enough. He's big. I mean, 6'7", like 330. He's big. He's athletic, and so they'll be able to get him out there on the field, get him ready. So yeah, I think Dallas was a good spot.
I think
or KC.
I do agree with you. Here's the thing. My barber, she's a big Cowboys fan. Well, and as being an Eagles fan, I always got to watch myself. I can't say something too reckless while she's shaping my head up. But what I'll say, I was like, listen, he went to a good spot. Guyton's a good fit for y'all. Look at La'el Collins. Look at Travis Frederick. Y'all take raw talent and make them Pro Bowlers. Like, listen, everyone knows Tyrone Smith, Zach Martin, like Hall of Fame caliber players. But, you got to really develop them, right? So, in this case, I think he went to the right spot. Speaking of in the right spot, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, host of High Low Sports Podcast. He is the stunt double for Hunter Renfrow on the Oakland Raiders practice squad. And he is one of my favorite humans and the Bert of the Bert and Ernie of Belly Up Sports, even though they no longer live together. I could also say the Dallas Goddard of Dallas Goddard and Avante Maddox for Belly Up Sports if you want to really get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend, DJ Stewart.
The Oakland Raiders don't even exist anymore, so I don't know where you're going with that. All right.
Fair enough. I like the title, by the way.
Look, there will be no cat disrespect on this.
Oh no, I issued my public apology on Monday. If you were able to watch the show.
He doesn't own a dog. He doesn't own a cat. He owns a dog. So
yeah,
can't really root for him.
I issued my public apology to Cat after bashing him for the past 3 seasons. As a man who loves the Timberwolves dearly, I really had to just own it on the chest that, like, hey, Carl, I'm sorry. You've shown something, like, between Game 7. And listen, by the way, the refs deserve a double bird after that goaltending call that was total bullcrap. And I'm like, really? We're really going to get ticky-tacky when the game's on the line. What's the alternative? The game either goes to overtime or the Mavs, who still have the lead, but you want to completely kill the momentum off of something that's too close to call. You go with the offense. You went with it all the rest of the game. Oh, my God. That game last night, I'm more mad at the Timberwolves than anything else. That's actually the perfect way to start into this. Last night, obviously, was game 1 of the West Conference Finals. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe. Nate, you can tell us in the chat. Tips off, I believe, at 8 o'clock. If I'm correct there. 8 o'clock Eastern time. So that is something to look forward to. Game 2, obviously, if you guys were living in a rock, Pacers took the Celtics to overtime, and it was a very close game. A lot of foul discrepancy. I believe the Celtics shot 30 free throws, and the Pacers only shot 10. So when I had my cocky Celtics fan coworkers talking all this smack about the Pacers, and I'm like, listen, y'all had the refs leaning your way. I'm not saying they were playing for y'all, but you guys were getting a lot of foul calls and were getting away with a lot of fouls on defense. There was a lot of inconsistency about swallowing the whistles. The Celtics are still a better team. Let's not get it twisted. But the Pacers played their heart out and got it ripped out. And also, you foul Jaylen Brown when he's about to shoot. Come on, man. But anyway, all there. We'll start with the West. Last night, obviously, Minnesota lost in the final seconds. Anthony Edwards, very unproductive in the second half. Didn't score his first second-half bucket until, I believe, 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Cat was electric. He made the best out of his shooting. Even though his shooting percentage, I believe, was below 40%. Naz Reid was great off the bench. Connolly only 5 points, and missing that second free throw when he got the 3 shots was just a buzzkill. But Luka and Kyrie combined for over 60 points. That's the story. And I think Ant needed to be humbled a little bit, calling out Kyrie. Listen,
called out an old man.
Bullying Jamal Murray's weenie butt at his weenie ass, that's one thing, man. He's soft and Canadian, just like another rapper is in the news.
Damn.
But another light skin is catching some strays right now.
Damn.
But here's the thing, right?
Jesus, Drake.
Hey, listen, I told you there are going to be Drake jokes. Apparently, I cannot make Josh Giddey jokes anymore because he's been proven innocent, or at least they can't put charges. I didn't say he's proven innocent. They can't put charges.
But you're making wheelchair Jimmy jokes.
I mean, technically with the Giddey piece, he's like 21 and it happened 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to figure that out when you're like
Oh, my
18,
God.
19, not
Yeah.
from here, and girls look the exact same age as you do.
Yeah, it's
Picking on a cripple.
Yeah, you're picking on a cripple.
Let
Yeah,
you
you're
giddy off
tripping.
the hook.
You're
And you're going
scumbag.
back to the cripple.
That's a scumbag.
Oh no! Listen, I'm going after the I'm going after the rapper who literally is just like he tried to pick a fight with a dude from Compton.
Suicide mission. That's what it was.
Yeah. So yeah, there's the post right there. But anyway, we'll go back to Dallas and obviously with Dallas and Minnesota. The biggest thing is Minnesota looked inconsistent. They looked like they had no game plan, and Anthony Edwards hit it right in the head. They looked tired. That Denver series wore them out. They had to do a superhuman level comeback in Game 7, then hop on a plane 2 days later, go play a team that has had about 4 or 5 days to rest, and they ran them off the court. So you know what? I'm not making excuses because Minnesota lacked a game plan. You could clearly see they thought they were just going to walk in there and kick their teeth in, and Dallas was ready for them. But I think this series is still going to be like I'm not panicking. I don't think anybody should panic. I think this is going to go 6 or 7 games regardless. Either way. But this was like I think this was like listen, Dallas played a great game, but Minnesota just lacked a game plan and it showed. So that was my thoughts on last night's game.
Yeah, Minnesota walked in with vibes. You know, they walked in with those vibes of beating the champs. You feel good when you do that, right?
Yeah.
And I guess the best part with Anthony Edwards being so damn country, right? You could tell he's from Georgia, telling people,
Bro,
bring
he
your ass.
He an Atlanta boy.
He from the South. Not
Yeah,
South,
he's your
but
Southern
South.
South with an F.
With
Bro.
the F. That's exactly what it is, which is great.
Only
And
a
he
Southern
gives us
boy goes to a
personality.
press conference in a freaking beater, okay? Like that
Do
is
you think he offers you lemonade when you go to his house?
Hell no.
no, it's
Sweet
tea, baby. It's tea.
Sweet tea.
Okay.
Sweet tea,
Triple
man.
with sugar.
No, it's not
That's it.
sweet tea. It's tea. Because there
I'll
ain't
go
no
with
such
lemonade.
thing. Northern tea is poison. It's sweet
I'm
tea.
from the north, so I wouldn't know, Jared.
I got
Yeah,
a
sweet
southern
tea.
mother,
You get-
so I was taught.
You getting sweet tea,
is
maybe
sweet.
some lemonade, maybe some homemade lemonade,
Is it Lipton?
possibly some Kool-Aid. Yeah, Lipton's pretty popular in the South,
I can get behind Lipton.
but it's got the sugars in it, so you know you may get a
Yeah,
little diabetes from it. But
Yeah, I
But the
already
key
got
thing, though, but and coming in there with the confidence, you know, after that series, you know, thinking that he's gonna lock up somebody like Luka. I mean, they were kind of honestly, him and Kyrie were abusing him that entire game, right?
Yeah, he
and
was-
I know that there's not supposed to be any Carl slander on here, but there's Carl slander out there, right? I mean, this game wasn't on him. This was on Ant. Ant didn't show up, and the other problem is they shot 49 freaking threes. Who shoots 49 threes? And they
The
didn't shoot
Warriors?
bad from 3, but they shoot 49. And still lost. It's
Yeah,
kind of an
the
indictment.
problem is they couldn't score inside. One thing I
With
noticed
2 big men.
I-
My bad. They have 1 big man and 1 tall man. Very distinctive difference there.
Yeah, Rudy a big man, Cat is a long man.
Tall man, yes, exactly.
Yeah, one created COVID and the other one didn't.
Jesus. And Chris's first trip to the penalty box presented by Righteous Felon. Promo code BELLYUP15 for 15% off. Yes, it's an official segment now. See, Jason, you've been on. We decided he's in there so much he has to get sponsored for it.
Yeah, smart.
So
Monetize it.
Chris's penalty box presented by the amazing people at Righteous Felon. Promo code BELLYUP for 15% off. Matt, of course, is a big fan of theirs. So am I. I blew through my basket that they sent me in literally a week and a half. Matt said he did his in 4 days. I ordered a little more than Matt did, though, and it lasted me. And also, I'm one of those cheap bastards who will literally, if he orders something that's expensive more than it should be, I will literally like try to wean my way through it. Like if I get like a nice expensive beer, I'll try to literally make that 6-pack last me 2 weeks, and I'll weed it. I'll like have one nice beer, then like 6 crappy ones, and then another nice one because I know how much money I just spent. That being said, Righteous Felon, amazing quality beef jerky. Go check them out right now. Sponsor Belly Sports, Korner Booth, and Chris Penalty Box.
I'm still
They've
waiting for
inspired me. They've inspired me to pursue my dreams of being a righteous felon.
There you go.
I saw
speaking
Maggie
of
Robin
righteous-
last week.
Chris, I have a
Allegedly.
ice cream sandwich IPA right now.
Oh man, I pray for your bowels.
No lactose.
No. Oh
Oh, dairy free, huh?
man. Oppenheimer,
But,
you're gonna drop in 2 hours. Well, my goodness.
It is made with
Oh,
cacao
God.
beans and vanilla bean, which gives it the flavor.
Cow beans?
Cacao beans. It's what
They got beans now?
it's part of. It's like
Yeah.
it's similar. It's in the same family as like the cocoa bean. So that's
You
where
know
it
what?
gets-
If almonds can make
Could be
milk,
cousins.
cows can have beans. So I get it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Wait, so, like I never thought like these beer names would get even weirder.
Oh
And then
no,
you
this
cut
one
that
is called Ice Cream Sandwiches in Space.
Is there Chipwich? Is there a Chipwich one? I'm a big Chipwich guy.
No, but I am a big Chipwich guy too, so I appreciate your sentiment there.
Mm.
All right, so DJ, Matt, we've heard from me and Jay. What do you guys and Chrissy? What are you guys thinking about last night's game, Dallas, Minnesota? Obviously, we'll keep these quick, obviously, because you know we have our meat of our sandwich at about 7:30. But what are you guys thinking about when it comes to this Dallas Minnesota series? What did you see last night? What did you not like?
Ant's a young man. He's 22. He'll be fine. But you can't insult Uncle Drew. That man's been around. He's seen some ish. You can't insult Uncle Drew and say you
My man
put
played
handcuffs on Jamal
45
Murray.
minutes during Ramadan. Okay, like you don't understand how hard it is to fast and give up water for an entire day. That dude had more track marks from his IVs than a freaking meth head at that point, man. Like that is brutal. That like I can't even imagine.
Can't go after Uncle Drew. At the same time, sometimes team composition just kind of it's a styles makes fights too. They were built to fight with Denver. It might be a little harder with Dallas. I think some of their length and the way they're built might make it difficult with them too. And Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, it's hard to play them together. Gobert takes up so much space that Karl Anthony Towns turns into Karl Anthony Redick. They stick him way outside way too much. They need to get his big ass on the block and let him give you 25 and 12.
I think if Rudy could just continue to build off of the 10-footer, the 10-foot jumper, it would make that offense electric because it allows enough spacing in the lane for Ant or McDaniels or Cat to just attack the basket and not have to worry about running into a tall, stinky Frenchman.
I also need him to use both hands and going for the rebounds because every time he goes over the one arm, it looks like he flails and smacks the ball somewhere else. He looks like the most uncoordinated tower I've ever seen. So I just need him to go up and grab.
He looks like every tall kid who gets drafted in the rec league because he's tall.
He looks like the kid in high school who had like a 1 foot growth spurt over summer and came back afterwards. Everyone's like, what the heck? And he can't even walk in the hallway.
He's just like walking into signs and stuff.
Bouncing
Maddie,
out
what'd you
blocking.
think?
I think this was the game that I think the Mavericks should have won. Not the Mavericks. I think this is the game that the Timberwolves should have won. I mean, Mike Conley at the end of the day, like, where were you, man? 6 points, 2 for 7 with your threes. Overall, I think just the performance that just wasn't up to par, wasn't up to the standards for all the players. And I think this was just one that the Mavericks stole from them. I think they didn't play up to their full potential, Timberwolves wise. I think this was a game they could have won. And we'll just see about game 2. Game 2 is going to be in Dallas, or is it going to be in Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota.
It's in Minnesota.
All right, game 2 redemption right there.
Or are in Dallas. Then it's the 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, whatever it is.
All right, game 2 still at home. Get a little redemption game before you go on the road. I think Minnesota will take it next one, but just a tough 3-point loss right there.
There you go. All righty. And finally, Chrissy, my man.
Boom. I'm up. So here's the good news, Jared. We all said, I'm pretty sure we said all T-Wolves in 7. So Mavericks.
I said T-Wolves in 6 only because I figured. Here's the thing. I did figure the Mavericks were going to punch them in the mouth twice because they're all a bunch of, besides Mike Conley's dinosaur butt, they are a bunch of kids. The oldest dude on that starting lineup besides the stinky Frenchman is Cat, who's 6 months younger than me.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
they are a bunch of young dudes. Their grizzled vets on the bench are Bubble Jordan, TJ Warren, and Kyle Anderson, slow-mo, who's like 27. They're a very young team. Not as young as Jay's OKC Thunder, who half of us could call nephew, but
literally,
they are a young team. Dallas has some age.
My headshot,
Kyrie is old, brother.
Okay. Back the ball. Yeah, so I would say right after, I mean, you can see from the box score, dude, like after Doncic and Kyrie, it's just a drop off. I mean, it's just the backcourt dominated the game. And that's what we talked about prior to the series is, are you going to contain both of them or just one of them? Both of them went off yesterday. They killed it. T-Wolves, again, they didn't play bad. It's a game that could have won, but at the end of the day, I mean, it's a 7-game series. So take game 2 and go back to Dallas and steal one there. So I got the Wolves in 7 still. I'm still confident. So I'm not really too worried, honestly.
One other thing I will say is Minnesota got away from their defensive identity of being a pack, not a bunch of individual guys, a pack. What makes them deadly on defense is they swarm like a bunch of wolves on an injured animal. It's impressive what they do.
Sounds kind of
having Ant try to island in one freaking Uncle Drew was the dumbest thing I saw. I'm like, you idiots took the bait. Kyrie's going to cook Ant because as much as Ant is a well-conditioned athlete who is honestly one of the most in-shape basketball players in the league,
Kyrie's too quick.
Kyrie's quick. Kyrie's possessed by some unearthly spirit that allows him to play like an animal regardless of what's in his body.
And he's unvaccinated, too. That's huge. That makes him even faster.
Superpowers, baby.
Wait, that means you didn't get superpowers.
So.
Oh, no. He doesn't have that weight weighing him down.
Touche.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, I think the thing with Kyrie, man, is not only that experience factor that kicked into this game. I mean, Luka's been here before too. Like 2 years ago, they was at the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah,
so
that was when
this
lost,
is truly experience versus youth, right? I mean, I know that Rudy Gobert is old, and Cat's getting to that point because Cat was a number 1 pick, like 15 years ago. It feels like, but
damn,
Rudy's older,
old as fuck right now,
right? But Rudy's older, and a few other players on the roster are older. Anthony Edwards is young. But they haven't gone anywhere. This is their first time making it here. So
yeah,
they're at the point where they're trying to, quote unquote, skip steps. Basically what they said about my Thunder is, you're the number 1 seed, the youngest one ever in league history. You're skipping steps, making it into the second round, right? That's kind of what Minnesota's doing right now, too. They don't have a track record of making it this far besides Kevin Garnett. So until they lose at this point, they're not going to be able to probably push into the finals, which for Luka, he's already failed numerous times at this point. Now I think this is where they push through, kind of like Dirk did in 2011. This probably is going to be Luka's championship.
It's either going to be – see, I said this 2 weeks ago, and I thought it was about Minnesota or Denver, but honestly, I think it's going to be Minnesota or Dallas. The winner of this series is punching whoever most likely Boston in the teeth. There is a distinct difference between the East and West. That's like going to play ball in like Rucker Park versus Winslow Park. Like there's a big difference in the competition, the speed, everything's a little like, listen, Jason Tatum is a top 5 player in the league, maybe top 10 if you want to get nitpicky. Say top 10. Jaylen Brown, amazing ball player. Derek White, amazing hairline, good shooter. Tingus Pingus.
Tingus Pingus.
I love that line. If he's healthy, not a bad ball player either. But you got Tyrese Halliburton, Spicy P, and a bunch of okay supporting cast and role players running y'all to the end of overtime. If that Celtics team was that good, they should have stomped the Pacers. Stomped them. If they are as good as the record indicates. But they're not. They play in the West, the weakest conference. It's not – I'm not a fan of the Celtics game. I think they play very stagnant. I think there's a lot of things they get away with because of the competition. Listen, like the Knicks made it to Game 7 of the Eastern Semis with Jalen Brunson and a bunch of guys from the Y down in South Bronx. Okay? It's not hard to figure out. Like, that Knicks team would have gotten railroaded by the Lakers.
Bet you Nate's happy.
Yeah, Nate's in the background just going. So that's my point. But speaking of that, I do think though it's going to be Luka or Ant. Now, does Luka have the slight edge now that he's up 1-0 and Minnesota looks like they are me after a trigonometry test? Yes, but it's only game 1. That being said, we're going into game 2 tonight. Eastern Conference Finals, Pacers Celtics in Beantown, coming off of an overtime thriller on Tuesday. We're going to go around the horn quick. Tell me your pick. Tell me why in a sentence, and we'll move on to some football. So I'll start with DJ. DJ, who you got tonight and why?
Pacers win tonight. Celtics win in 5 because the Celtics always lose game 2.
Damn it.
Drop game 2 to the Cavs. Drop game 2 to Miami. Then they come back and win 3 in a row. Science.
Like it.
Matt.
I'm going to go against science.
That's fair. We'll call you.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's more of a Kyrie than an Aaron Rodgers move. If you really think about it, Aaron Rodgers is more
flat earth and bastard.
You got to go on a world tour if you want to do Aaron Rodgers style. You got to go on a tour.
Yeah, I'm going to go against the science. I'm going to say Celtics take game 2. Pacers are only here because the Knicks lost 3 of their big 5, and every other person besides Brunson was just not healthy at all. But I think Celtics are going to make easy work of the Pacers. So I'll get them to game 2, and then they're going to get smoked with whoever advances on the other side.
Give me the Pacers. It's going to be really freaking close. I want to see if Porzingis playing tonight, Nate? Can you look that up, see if he's playing?
He's out.
Pingus?
He's Pingus. He's out tonight. Okay.
Pingus is out.
Pingus is not playing.
One of their scorers is out still. Indiana's got a shot again to steal one in the Garden and make this a series. I think how eyes are on this series. I'll watch tonight. I'm interested. I want to see Halliburton play. I love watching Halliburton. He's very much like him, Shea. I like a lot of these young dudes. They play with kind of a very as much as I love my boy Ant, who just plays ball like he's playing NBA Street Volume 2. I love seeing Halliburton play because he's one of the most pure point guards. I love Shea just because Shea's just an energizer bunny. That being said, I think the Celtics tonight are not going to get the benefit of the doubt on a lot of those foul calls. I think even the NBA took notice. 30-10 is a really big discrepancy when you're talking about free throws. That's bad. That's like That's like high school league bad when you have a discrepancy that bad. Because I'm telling you right now, Boston's not that disciplined on defense. This is still the same team that had Marcus Smart under like a 5-year deal for like half a decade. So, yeah. Look for this to get a lot closer tonight. And I think as much as Tyrese Halliburton is only really a front-running shit talker, I think the Pacers win tonight, and tomorrow's headline will be about how is there something wrong with Boston? Is this the Pacers series to win? There's going to be a lot of crap on ESPN tomorrow, and they're going to and also because they despise the big city shit anyway. So, small town. Jay, who you got, my friend?
I think Boston closes this bad boy out in like 6. This is going to be a good series. Like, I know that we talk about how Boston played this past game and how they almost fumbled the bag with it, but this season Boston won the series 3-2. So this wasn't something where Boston just steamrolled them this season and all of a sudden they look shaky. No, Indiana has been able to play against them, right? Halliburton's been tough to guard. So game 1 last season, Boston beat the dog out of them, 155-104. Then the Pacers won at home, 122-112. And then the Celtics won in, Indiana, 118-101. And then the Pacers won the next game, right? So it was back and forth. This is not a situation where Boston just dominated them. This is one of those where the Pacers, I think they're for real. Like, they're young. I like Halliburton. I like the way that he plays. Miles Turner as a threat, not only in the paint, but also from 3. Mm-hmm. They've got a lot of pieces to make this entire series interesting. The bigger thing for Boston is that can they get that monkey off their back? Their biggest problem is, they've been here too many times. They've been to the finals. It's kind of getting old. It's like, dude, can y'all finally get this together? Or
they're the opposite of Minnesota.
Exactly. They've been here too much. Actually, this is kind of at the point where it's like, look, guys, if y'all don't win it this time, it's kind of hard to say you need to blow it up because you're probably going to go back again. But still, you might need to figure out somehow blowing it up. But at the same time, I think Milwaukee's really going to regret sending Drew Holiday there.
Fair enough. I also saw a take, and then we'll get to Chrissy. They said they better pray to God they don't say send Memphis or Minnesota to the East when they start adding teams in about 2 years. Because if Minnesota with this roster goes to the East, or Memphis becomes an 8 seed. Minnesota becomes a 2 or 1 seed. Like, yeah, like Celtics have been running rent free, or they can hope that Embiid stays healthy and Philly gets rid of Tobias Harris's contract. I know. Listen, JJ, we had a whole intervention with this about Chris on Monday, but it's more likely that Embiid stays healthy than the Knicks actually build the roster correctly. So.
No, it's more likely the Knicks built their roster correctly than actually
But
Embiid
they
staying
stay
healthy.
if Tibbs actually doesn't run them into the ground like he does every year.
Touche. I think Tibbs has learned his lesson. They did good this year. The biggest problem, they didn't have a second option to actually score. Like, it was kind of weird watching that series. Like, I was really watching it, trying to figure out. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not crazy. Yeah, like, who's going to be their true second option now? Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there, showing out. I think that he's got a good chance, but
didn't he say he was not light skinned, he was white skinned? Is that what he said? Was he on All That Smoke and he said that? I'm like, yo, this dude
I could totally see that. They call him White Dante for a reason, right? Because especially because his name's not spelled like traditional Dante. When
it's not spelled like Italian Dante spelled.
Exactly. It's like the wildest thing, but his game is it, right? He can ball.
It's named after a freaking pizza parlor. Screw that, dude. Screw that scumbag.
Okay, so Jay, for context, Chris has a vendetta against all things New York Knicks right now. So
I hate the Knicks.
What's wrong with that? I'm totally here for you. That.
Also, I hate the 76ers. So I got two things in common. I hate my own team.
So you hate everything about that conversation. You hate Bryce Skin Dante and you hate Joel Embiid. So you hated that.
Chris literally has Euphoria playing in his head every 5 minutes right now.
I'm literally right now. I'm jumping in the shark infested waters.
And he's trying to fight the red white shark.
Yeah. God no.
I saw this. It's not going to happen. The Knicks are going to ask for more than just Bridges. They're not going to do it. The Knicks are going to ask for
a fan account too. Yeah, it's not going to happen. It's a fan account. It's a fever dream. It's a pipe dream.
Let's stop kicking salt. Let's stop kicking gas on the fire. Chrissy, who you got tonight? Celtics Pacers.
Give me the Celtics. Their all-time record in Game 2 is 79-56 at the 58% win percentage. Pretty confident with the Celtics tonight.
With the king stat, I love it, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, they do lose a lot of Game 2, so I got to see this record.
I don't know, Nate. Usually you get stat of the night, but Chris might have given you a run for your money just now. All right.
No, trust me, I don't have what Nate.
Nate literally is like Oracle in the Batman games, just like plugging in.
He's the great. Also, I saw the spread. I saw Nate has -10 right now. Dude, I might slam the Pacers +8.
Oh, I already took the Pacers I put $3 in the Pacers, man. $12 payout, baby. Yeah. Let's hit it.
There you go. Boom. You can buy yourself a nice Happy Meal.
All right. Switching over to football. We're got an introduction. John Ross, former number 7 overall pick to the Cincinnati Bengals and former 40-yard dash king, has officially signed the 1-year deal with the Philadelphia Eagles in lieu of Devontae Parker's early retirement. And apparently he also killed it at his tryout. Like the Eagles were actually kind of impressed, allegedly. So
yeah, he'll still be.
Didn't we have him?
Poop.
No, we never had John Ross. And the running joke is me and Kevin, everyone's heard about this legendary 28th season Madden franchise we did. One of my best receivers in that franchise was John Ross because he's broken in Madden. So John Ross catching a touchdown for the Eagles. So if the Eagles beat the Dolphins in the Super Bowl, already illogical because the Dolphins won't make the playoffs. Sneak peek. No, I'm just kidding. They might actually make the playoffs this year. John Ross catches a touchdown on a slant route. The Madden franchise has made the prediction of the Eagles win the Super Bowl. That's what I'm telling you right now. But no, I love John Ross. I've been a fan of his since he was at Washington. I love watching him play. I was really sad how he just his career just kind of really never took off. And then he goes to the Giants. Sign with a worse idea for if you're a receiver trying to resurrect his career. Yeah. Then he goes and he makes a smart decision, goes to KC, but it just didn't fit. So anybody got any thoughts on John Ross going to Philly besides, he's giving me a one and done? I'm optimistic. Could be fun.
I have a question.
I think it's going to be as most expect, which is going to be just a non-factor. But you want to hear his career stats? These are fun.
They're awful.
62 catches for 957 yards and 11 touchdowns in 5 seasons so far.
You know, if that was
better
one
than Rager.
season, that's an amazing.
Fair. It's a fair point. Better than Rager. Better than Laquan
Yeah,
Treadwell.
way better than Jalen Rager.
Better than Justin Blackman.
Eagles right now are plus 1,400 to win the bowl. Jared, do
Better
it
than-
twice. Sprinkle
Better
some
than
cheese.
every
Nate, brother, if I hit some of these bets, man, I'm dropping half a G on that shit.
better than every second round receiver the Jets ever drafted. Shout out Stephen Hill and Devin Smith.
Stephen
Jesus.
Hill. I forgot about him.
Jesus.
Stephen
Devin
Hill.
Smith.
His greatest claim to fame was he started playing football late and he's a freak athlete and then just never saw the field.
That's one jersey I'm glad I didn't buy. I bought
The
D.
fact
Milliner.
you consider that
Anyway,
really
Stephen
makes
Hill.
you question your judgment as your friends for over a decade.
Dude,
You
I,
gotta
Then again,
understand
when we used to go out drinking in college, you used to tell me about Jets jerseys you wanted, and I wanted to my head wanted to do the Beetlejuice thing and spin a few times. I was
the
like,
sad
what?
part was that those jerseys I wanted were probably of the best players we had at that time, which were not good. But the state of the Jets receiver room at that point in time when we drafted Stephen Hill was you would have thought we were drafting a savior.
Boys, I
Beetlejuice.
found a jersey site link. I sent it to Chris already. I'm gonna send it to the rest of you. I sent it to you I think on Monday. So I'm actually about to order a Jalen Carter, Kelly Green from it.
You're gonna have to send it again.
Okay, I'll send it again.
Send it again. I'm gonna need this.
I'll
I need
put it in the group
jerseys.
chat and I'll also send it to Jay and to DJ. I
It's not
found
jerseys R
this.
Us.
No, it was it's some random site. A TikToker I follow who does a lot of basketball content. He's sponsored by them.
Okay,
and they
did you steal your card information yet?
No, and you can pay through PayPal, so you're protected.
Oh, okay.
That's
Nice.
what I'm
It's like
gonna
a
do.
condom on your phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you can put a rubber on that. I like that.
Man, imagine fucking Trojan.
It's like swiping your card with a little extra layer of protection.
Listen,
yeah, dude, that's
That-
TD.
when
fan
I
of that.
buy I buy shit off eBay. I only use PayPal. I don't fucking actually.
Yeah.
No, I use nah.
This looks kind of questionable.
Which one?
All of them.
Which side are you looking at?
I'm looking at your the jerseys and sneakers. Looks a little bit of the questionable piece.
Jared, this is Pornhub.
Kidding. Yeah, I think this actually probably is what it is, right?
Yeah, it said click here for a free laptop. I did.
I think your phone just got
Now my
it.
phone's hacked, so
I listen. I looked at this stuff, jersey and sneakers. I looked at it. It was interesting. I was like, I looked at a Jalen Carter jersey. It looked pretty good. I was like, I'll consider.
I wish they had a.
Well, when
deal
somebody
where you
orders
can
it,
get a-
send me a picture and let me know what happens.
All right, listen. I right now currently from AliExpress. By the way, it's somewhere in this pile of shit over here. Is a Carson Wentz NFL game jersey replica that looks
AliExpress.
incredible, dude. I have a
Man.
Kevin. It looks like an actual jersey that was in the locker rooms.
they used to give you the hookups, dude. They were like
So
game
AliExpress,
ones.
I bought a Garnett, the black, green, and trees throwback one from 04. I still have it. I'm about to hang it up over here. And that jersey was mint. It was better condition than the Kevin Love Reebok jersey I bought in 2010.
Dude, I bought a Tyler Bass jersey from that website, dude. But the B fell off, so now it says Tyler's ass. So
Ha, nice.
in a pickle there.
All right. Speaking of pick, all right, we're gonna start. We're gonna go division by division. Shout out to our boy Nate for doing this amazing prep work for this. NFL wins and losses provided by BetMGM. Right now, Belly Up is currently a betting free agent. So use any betting site you like. We don't care.
I love my scandal.
By the way, if you have a problem, every state that offers authorized online gambling has a website. Look up the one in your specific area. I know Connecticut has a number to call. Some of them have a get helpline. Please gamble responsibly. Be like me. If you can't afford it, $1 is all you need to have fun. Trust me. When you bet $1 and you win $6 or you win $1.50, it's fun. The amount of money I've lost in gambling over the past 5 years is still less than $200. The amount of money I've won over probably, not counting my deposits into the scam duel. Actually, I can't say that anymore because we don't know where we're going. I think I'm still above even by at least a couple $100, and I've only paid you bet about $500. Thank you, DJ.
The amount of reality checks I got in the past year is beautiful.
Yeah, no, the most I've ever bet on any game was Super Bowl 55, Eagles Chiefs. I bet $30 on the Eagles money line.
Oh, dude, I had like $250 on that, dude.
Yeah, I'm cheap. I would rather spend on gas, truck parts, ammo. Like, you guys gotta remember, I'm a redneck with expensive hobbies. Like, there's a lot of things I'd rather spend my money on than a game that can't affect the outcome.
Starbucks, you do it all.
Dude, I'm actually looking into getting a quad now because two of my buddies have like over like 60 acres of property, and I went quad riding once, and I'm like, I'm fucking hooked.
Oh yeah, it's addictive,
dude.
Nice.
Jay,
we're
spending our Sundays. We're hitting the private range. We're going shooting for a couple hours. Then we're quad riding, and then we're having a bonfire hitting the pool. I'm like, that is the most redneck weekend I can think of. And I'm so here for it.
Do you bond on dip, like chewing dip?
I'm the only one out of my friends who still dips.
Canada dips. Go ahead.
There you go. Chrissy, breaking it. Good. We don't actually have a banner for this one, but camps.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off your purchase at checkout. Some of the best company around. These guys one time screwed up my order, then sent me a duplicate of my order as an I'm sorry gift. That's the kind of people we're dealing with. Camps.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. If you were in California, you could actually order Rippers, which are the THC laced ones. They have the heavy duty milligram ones now, 50 milligrams of CBD, which to a heavyweight like me, that is not bad at all, since I usually do about maybe 4 or 5 pouches a day if it's a rough day. Check them out. Camps.com, promo code BELLYUP20 for 20% off. For sponsor of Belly Up Sports and the Korner Booth podcast. All righty. We're starting off in the AFC East. The Patriots, Dolphins, Jets, and Bills. Right now, we're going to start off up in me and Matt's neck of the woods. The New England Patriots. Win totals of 4.5. They did pick up Drake May in the offseason as their number 3 overall pick. Gerard Mayo is the new head coach. Gentlemen, we'll start with Big Bad Chrissy here. Chris, what do you think the Patriots at? Over, under 4.5?
I'm going to go over, but just over. So maybe 5 wins.
Nice. Deej.
We'll go over. They win 5. That defense, when it was healthy, was pretty decent. And Jacoby Brissett's an upgrade.
I'm going to go over as well. I see them stealing at least one game from both the Jets and Dolphins. So that's 2 wins right there. So give me the over. I think 6. I think they are a 6-11 team. I think young quarterback gets a little pass happy one game. They steal a win from a team that's not paying attention. It's a possibility. Jay, what do you got?
4 is high to me. I'm going under. And I only going under because you got a new head coach, you got a new quarterback, basically a whole new administration. So until they can show me that they've got this stabilized, I think year 1's going to be rocky just because of the early games they play in the season. I mean, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go under. I think they win no more than, I'd say 3 is probably what they're going to get this year with Drake May as quarterback. But I think there'll be a vast improvement on the defensive side leading them into next season.
Awesome. All right. Maddie.
Yeah, they got a fairly tough schedule, I believe, just considering the state of the team and given who they're going to be playing. It's tough. I'll take the over, but when I say over, I mean I think they're going to get maybe 5 wins. The defense is not bad when it's healthy. Jacoby Brissett he's not a quarterback that I want long term for my franchise future, but if you need him for half a season, he's a very good quarterback to have. So I'll take the over, slight over, 5 wins. I can see them splitting with possibly the Jets because they always figure a way to beat us no matter how bad they are. And they always take one from Miami. So I'll take the over with 5 instead of 4.5.
Awesome. All right. Moving on to the next one. Miami Dolphins. Second highest win total here, tied with the Jets for 9.5. I will take the over only because they actually their draft was terrible, but free agency was not bad. A lot of weapons, I still don't know what they're doing on the back end of that team. All that aside, they still have Jalen Ramsey. They still have Javon Holland. They still have a good edge rushing crew. I am not still sure about the Chop Robinson draft pick. I think I said that to DJ and Kelsey on the show. I was like, this just feels like they're trying to go hat in a hat here. Nate also is right. They do have the eighth easiest schedule. I think a 10 or 11 win season for them is actually pretty doable.
Sorry, I was looking at whatever Chris just sent in the chat. I don't know what I just watched.
Yee.
I don't know what I just watched. No, I've listened to everything you just said, but I don't know what that was. Listen, the Dolphins, they got a fairly easy schedule. Their opponent's win percentage is 0.488. Not very difficult at all. They lost a lot of players on defense. They let a lot of guys go. They lost Wilkinson. They lost Xavier Howard. I think they lost Jerome Baker. I think it was that they lost. And there's just a bunch of other people. So I think that defense is weaker. Chop Robinson, I do like. I just think they took him pretty early. But I'll take the over of 9.5 just because that offense is so high powered. Raheem Mostert is just on another level right now with the Miami Dolphins. He's revamped his game. He stayed healthy last year. They still got Waddle. They still got Tyreek Hill. They still got Tua. So they got a high-powered offense, and we've seen them win many games with a middle of the pack defense before. So I'll take the over with 10.
There you go. All righty, Deej.
We'll take the under at 9. The defense has some holes. The offensive line did not get better; it got worse. I'm not sure if it's gonna be the 8th easiest schedule once they start playing. Actually, looking at it, so I'm gonna give them 9 wins, so just under.
All right, Jay.
8th easiest schedule. I'd say the Dolphins we'll give them the over. I give them the over because I think that they can get it all together this year. Now, I mean, I was looking at their schedule and looking through this. I mean, it is the easiest, but there's some teams in here that may sneak up on them, but I don't think that they'll run into that problem. I can give them the over. I think they can get 10 wins. There's no excuse for not getting 10 wins. That is.
Oh, no. With the amount of talent in that roster, you're completely right. They should outscore at least half the teams they play without even playing defense. All right. La Crispy, finish us strong.
La Crispy. Beautiful. I'm gonna go over just because Dolphins struggle with winning teams. We've seen it last year. But I'm gonna take them with just over probably 10.
So yeah, taking over as well. All righty. And last but not least, the two teams that honestly are going to be everyone's kind of picking to win this division. We're going to start with the Buffalo Bills here. I'm going to take the under. Give me the Buffalo Bills at 9 wins. I think the loss of weapons and the loss of secondary help is going to bite them in the ass. I think this team really gambled on the fact that they overpaid for a lot of stars. Like, oh, yeah, whatever. It's fine. We'll draft some guys. Everyone's making Keon Coleman out to be like the next DK Metcalf. He hasn't taken a snap in the pros yet. I mean, he's funny as hell on camera. I'll give him that. I think the Bills are going to struggle this year. I don't see their Herculean run where they win like 5 or 6 straight. And that was the other thing. Nate beat me to the punch here. 6th toughest schedule. I know this doesn't mean crap, because kind of the team you have set up, if they're a good team, they'll still win games. But 10.5 wins with the 6th toughest schedule is really over pushing. I think Vegas is begging you to take the over here. I'm taking the under.
I'm looking at. Oh, there you go first, Chris.
Thank you. Sorry, I was going to let you jump in, but I'm going to take the under as well. I don't like the Bills at all, Jared. They choke every year, and it pisses me off. They got worse, especially they lost Stephon Diggs too. That's a big loss for them.
And Gabe Davis.
What?
And Gabe Davis.
Where'd he go? Where'd he end up going?
Jacksonville.
Probably Jagganoff. Big that's a lot. That's a couple weapons they lost. That's gonna expose them a little bit. And given it's a tougher division too, and then the Jets got Rodgers back, so it makes it even tougher. I'm gonna take the under, and I think they're gonna be an 8-9 team.
Oh, I'll take it. Listen, they lost Micah Hyde, they lost Jordan Poyer, they lost Gabe Davis, they lost Stephon Diggs, they lost Leonard Floyd. If you got the drift of the what's going on, they lost a lot of people. They've got the 6th toughest schedule, like Nate put down there. And you get rid of Stephon. You go from having Stephon Diggs, Gabe Davis, and Isaiah McKenzie, who's actually a pretty solid 1-2-3 punch with Josh Allen, and now you have Chase Claypool, Khalil Shakir, and Keon Coleman that's your 1-2-3 punch. I mean, you still got the tight end duo, but I think they're going to take a step back this year. I don't think that defense is going to be as scary as it has been in the past. I don't think that offense is going to be as scary as it has in the past. I think Josh Allen's going to have to use his legs a lot more than before, so I'm going to take the under on this one.
All right. And Mr. J.
All right, so I know everybody. This is the question that I have for Buffalo, and y'all already mentioned this. You lose Stephon Diggs, you lose Gabe Davis. I think the biggest thing is losing Stephon Diggs is going to be now the question is Josh Allen going to continue to do what he was doing, or is Josh Allen going to revert back to who he was before Stephon Diggs got there? The question has been asked: is Stephon Diggs making Josh Allen what Josh Allen is, or is it Josh Allen actually improving as a quarterback? We're about to find out. But that Keon Coleman pickup, massive.
Oh, I love the kid's talent, but they're acting like this kid's next freaking. He's like DK Metcalf. Like, relax, guys. He's still got to play a snap, but 10
massive
and a half
pickup. If there's one person that I have confidence is going to be good in this league, it's him. Dude's him. He's going to be really good, barring injury.
The guy DJ got in the second round. That's him to me. That was the guy I was like, why is he falling? This kid is everything. I watched way too much wide receiver tape in this draft, and the one guy who I just kept going back and watching because it was just fun was Adonai Mitchell. I was like, this dude is just good at everything. There's not a hole in his game. Oh my God, he has diabetes.
Right.
It's 2024, guys. Like, bodybuilders have this. It happens.
So for me, it's the Keon Coleman effect. I think Keon can make it happen, but I still have questions of who Josh Allen is now. And so because of that, I'm probably going to think they should go over that. They should win 11 games this season. There's no excuse. I'm going to give them the over. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Looking at their schedule, really the only games that I have fear of is really the Chiefs, the Ravens, and the Rams. I think the Titans fall back to normal, and there's no one in their division that's worth a damn. So I'm going to go ahead and ride with them going over 11. They'll be like the Patriots were back in the day where they would pencil in 6 wins every year minimum, and they just got to add 5 more to it.
Fair. All right.
I found Josh Allen's stats without and with Stephon Diggs. He's only played 28 games without him. Going for he has 30 touchdowns, 21 interceptions with a 56.3 pass completion percentage.
Pretty low, huh?
It is low. Yeah. I mean, listen, also, he got Diggs in his 3rd year in the league.
Yep. And Diggs, you could tell a difference. It's one of those, and I think this is the one thing that a lot of people have to take in consideration, especially in NFL. With some wide receivers, they make life so easy for the quarterback that no matter where they throw it, they're going to go find a way to get it, right? It's kind of the conundrum here when it comes to quarterbacks coming into the NFL from really big programs in college, right? If you played at a program that has a whole bunch of 5 stars running around with you, when you get to the NFL, those players, the people around you make it easier for you to make mistakes because those mistakes are covered up by them, right? That's why a lot of your quarterbacks, your better ones in the NFL, came from these small-ass schools or schools where they didn't have a whole bunch of talent around them because they had to figure out how to be good to get their receivers to actually make the right catches, make the catches in places that they couldn't do.
Yeah. Or
that's going to
or
be
the
key for
case of
Josh,
play,
right?
Me and Chris's quarterback from your favorite school, he had to learn by watching the guy in front of him throw constant interceptions what not to do. So,
yep. And Jalen Hurts was a different. Jalen Hurts was.
He was
really
a weird case. Jalen Hurts was a weird.
He was a weird case. He was a weird case because he always had the professional work and the ability. It was just somebody needed to help him with his mechanics, and I think Lincoln Riley did that for him. I think that's what helped him when he got to the league. He also studies the book like crazy, right? He's living in the playbook, and he understands how to work with what talent his receivers are. Now, you put a whole bunch of talent around him, then. He can throw it however he wants to. A.J. Brown's going to make up for you. Devontae Smith's going to do the same thing, right?
Who knows? Maybe John Ross is the slot receiver they always needed. I don't know.
You're right. John Ross is a burner. Sometimes you just need to just throw it in the air and let him go get it.
He's Quez Watkins with a work ethic.
There you go.
Did I say that out loud? Sorry, I'm a little bitter. That guy dropped way too many open touchdowns. All right, Deej, finish us strong here, and then I'm going to make a quick little change to this, and then we'll keep rolling.
So I'm going to take the under with the Bills too, but I'm not as worried about the losses they've had. I'm more concerned about the addition of Chase Claypool that they had, considering he has been kind of the antithesis of winning ever since he tweeted losing never heard of her. We saw when he got traded to the Bears, they went 1-9 with him. Then he joined the Dolphins last year and they went 2-7. And he's had 5 touchdowns since he tweeted that in 5 years. He had 6 before that, I believe.
Has he deleted the tweet?
Nope, it's still alive. I just checked it. It's still hanging out up there. So if he deletes it,
Chase,
maybe there's something.
Save your career, delete the tweet.
It might happen, but since that point, he has had 5 touchdowns in those 5 years. He had 6 before that tweet, and I think he's contributed to 3 wins in like 4 years now. And teams have gotten worse when he's joined. So we're gonna take the under with the Bills for that alone.
Wow. All right, awesome job, guys. First division's out the way, except for one last team. Now I'm going to make a quick interruption here because of time constraints. That took us 15 minutes to do one division. That's not good. Make your pick. One sentence. We're moving on. We still have 7 more to do, and we also have Matt's betting segment as well. I want to make sure we all get out of here on time. So, make our pick. Over under. You can even say the number if you want, and give one reason why. That's the rule. We're going to go back to last year's rule. I thought we had more time, but we talked a little too much in the NBA this year. So, but good series. That's why. All right. New York Jets. The over-under is 9.5.
You got to cut it at this one.
I am going to take it to the moon. Give me Jets for 11 plus wins.
Maddie had a monologue ready, dude.
Matt,
He came in. He's like, "Oh, we got to stop."
Matt, I'm giving your segment back to you. Okay, at least you can give me as a sentence on the Jets.
No, I got you. It'll be quick.
All right. Healthy Rodgers. They built the offensive lineup to keep him alive, at least for this season. Garrett Wilson's back. Breece Hall's back. To the moon!
Jets and Eagles they just became allies. They saw the Korner Booth. They see how well we do together. So, we'll give you Bryce Huff or Hassan Reddick. That defense is in phenomenal shape. It's going to be a top 3 defense in the league, possibly even top 2. That offensive line is so much better. They drafted the depth there. There's going to be so much protection for Rodgers. Even if anybody goes down, there's somebody that's taking the place. He is back healthy. He is a man on a mission. That offense got better. Malachi Corley is a name to look out for. Braylon Allen is also a name to look out for. Give me the over. Like Jared said, at 11 wins.
DJ.
Rodgers is healthy, 10 wins, so just the over.
Chrissy.
Give me the over. Missing a quarterback. They got their guy back, so.
No more Zachariah Wilson, the MILF hunter, to take out the wins. All right. Big Bad Jay. What we got left?
Oh, Jets. Yeah, I'm going under.
Damn.
He just went straight at Matt's throat. Like, nah, bro.
Nah.
It's like,
I'm sorry, Jets fans. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be one of those where y'all gonna be like, why did we make this move?
It's gonna be real bad. Okay.
12 tough.
Okay.
That's close up to the middle where I'm not really worried about the actual strength of schedule as much. All right. Moving on to the AFC North. Here we go. We're going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers. 7.5 win total. Is it finally time for Mike Tomlin to take the L on his record, or will he somehow find a way to win 9 games this year? I am going to fight. I've been doing this for 3 straight years. I am going to tell you right now, I am sticking to my guns. I've heard Russell Wilson is already losing the competition to Justin Fields, and OTAs just started. That being said, give me the Steelers to be under 500 this year. 3rd toughest schedule. You are the worst team in that division. That's an automatic 4 to 5 losses. I don't see. I think this is the year Mike Tomlin realizes he can't do anything more with this team, takes a year off, goes and coaches a team after a year, like another coach that came out of the AFC, possibly a team out of Foxborough, Bill Belichick. I think both will be on the market next year to be head coaching candidates. I think this is the year. He walks away after the season. I do not understand their moves in the offseason. Great draft, but the free agency made no sense. And the acquiring Russ and Justin Fields, you're basically acquiring 2 sides of the same coin, just different ages. So, yeah, give me under. That was a very long sentence. I apologize. Go, DJ.
They'll take the over. They always find a way to do it. And someone else in those other 3 teams in the division are injury prone. One of them will have a major injury, so they'll find a way to still get 9, and it won't make sense.
You have a cat, Jared?
Yeah, Ghost decided to say hello, guys.
Oh, hey, Ghost. Nice to meet you.
You never heard him say ghost on the stream like 20 times?
Yeah, I hear it all the time. I just want to mess with him.
I'm taking the over. I've seen the one time I thought they were going to go under 500 was when Big Ben went down and they had Mason Rudolph and Duck Hodges, and they still won 10 games. Ever since then, I'm just convinced that it doesn't matter what they have or don't have, they're going to figure out a way to be above 500. And they're still doing it when we've got so many games in a season where you have to either be over or under 500. You can't just be 500. So I'll take the over on this one.
Fair enough. Don't worry, Jared. I did your job for you. I'm going to take the Steelers over 7.5. I don't know. I like Mike Tomlin. I really do. Like you guys are saying, he just finds a way to do it. I don't think they're the worst team in the division, to be honest with you. So I'm going to take them with the over, even with the 3rd toughest schedule.
Nice.
Yeah, it makes no sense to anybody to even believe that Tomlin's not going to go over. Like, he hasn't done it his entire career. He hasn't had a losing season. He's had either a even record or a winning record. And that is absurd to me. Like, absurd that someone has the capabilities. Now, Jared, I think it's fascinating you said that you think he will be on the market with Belichick. Belichick's done. He's cooked. Ain't nobody gonna
I don't know. I also feel like he could do like one more stint and try to build Bill Parcells in Dallas kind of thing.
Can't. Nobody's going to give him that kind of power. That's the thing that's what happened to him in Atlanta is that Belichick. I put it like this: you're not going to leave a job as CFO and walk in and say I'm going to be just a standard sales guy, right? You're not. You wouldn't want to do that because you're not going to want to go below
love the game.
He does not have that kind of love. I promise you that. He wants to run things. He wants to make it to where it's everything the way that he would like. And unfortunately, the game has passed him at this point. So, no, I don't think Belichick leaves. And I don't even think Tomlin leaves. I think the Steelers realize that, look, he keeps winning. We've just got to find a way to get the man the help he needs. He's not the GM, unfortunately, right? He asks for what he wants, and the GM figures it out. And now he gets to play around Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. We'll see how that experiment goes. But I tell you this. I'm giving them that over. They're going to have another winning record.
Also, Artie Smith is their OC now, guys. Come on, man. That's just asking.
Now, that is a very good pickup for them. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Go look at them Titans teams. That dude made Ryan Tannehill a freaking Pro Bowler. He made Tannehill look like he was serviceable.
He also made every fantasy football owner for everybody on the Falcons last year want to rip their hair out.
Again, he was a head coach there. I'm talking about offensive coordinator, Smith.
Ooh,
that is the difference.
Pirine. That is why they're going to get over 7.5 wins.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's
there you go. 1,000-yard rusher right there. Because, you know, Najee ain't going to do it.
Najee's done it every year of his career. What are you talking about? It just takes a little bit longer to get there.
I'm joking. I'm also a big who's their backup running back? Jalen Warren. Guy bailed me out last year in fantasy twice. Just absolutely going on a tear. All right. Matt, I believe you're the last one to go.
No, I took the over.
Oh, it's
I
okay.
think we all
All right.
went.
Moving on. Browns. We'll keep trying to work on speeding this one up. Browns, 8.5 wins. I wish I could take a push, but you can't get half a win. So I'm going to take the over by the ever slightest amount. They are a 9-win team. I do not believe in Deshaun Watson. I do believe in the rest of that roster, though. I am not a fan of Kevin Stefanski. I think he's an over glorified OC. But they have so much talent, like they are going to find a way to win 9 games, even if they get a couple chicken shit ones. But the toughest schedule is what like bugs me here. I'm still taking the over. DJ.
We'll take the over. It's arguably the best roster in football, and they got to the playoffs with 4 different quarterbacks last year. So we'll take the over, even if it's only by a little.
Yeah, they even had Chris come out there to take snaps in the last game.
If they had Chris the whole season, they would have taken way over.
15-win season right there with Chris Lipoff under center.
Damn right, dude. I'll stop anyone.
I mean, Flacco's your boy. You sure you want to take away his shine?
Probably not. No, never mind.
Yeah, Chris's illogical worship of Joe Flacco is the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'm getting a flag, or I might get like a poster of Joe Flacco on my wall.
Every time the Browns would win, he'd send that Dave Portnoy clip, and I'd be dying.
Obviously, I'd play it right now, but you can't.
Hey, Nate, you pull up that Flacco Dave Portnoy clip for us?
All right, dude, we're playing it.
Listen, we got the freaking whiz kid in the back on the 10s and 2s, man. He's kicking butt.
We do, man. We do. I'm taking the Brownies under. I'm with you, Jared. I'm gonna go 8 wins. 9.
I took the over. I said 9.
Oh. We were talking about the push.
No, not that one.
Joe Flacco dominates Fortnite. Holy crap. He's in Fortnite? This is insane.
Here's him just dropping quarterbacks.
Where's he dropping?
Targets.
Oh, you won.
Oh man, he also won comeback play
right now. We're showing.
I don't know, dude. I'm liking this a lot.
How did he make? Only Joe Flacco can make that shot.
I was talking about like Portnoy like losing his shit in like 2015, but this
Dave Portnoy, Joe Flacco.
Yeah. All right. I did love that. The Fortnite clip, Nate, was great. Very original. I'm actually I did not expect a Fortnite clip. We
should be video game streamers.
Hey, a Korner Booth NCAA league.
Oh my God, get out of town.
All are invited.
Browns 8.5 line. I'm gonna take the over very slightly. Like DJ said, they have a fantastic roster. They're probably gonna have the best defense in the league. Deshaun Watson isn't what he has. Deshaun Watson has not appeared to be what he used to be before his suspensions. But nevertheless, like all you gotta do is be serviceable with that roster, and you're gonna be perfectly fine. So give me the over on that 8.5 line.
So he's better pre-massage than post-massage.
He's better stiff than loose.
Yeah.
I want to send both of you to the fucking penalty box right now.
4 weeks for winter.
Yeah.
I guess he did see his shadow. Oh, look, I came into it too. All right. Who's that? Who hasn't got? I believe Jay, you're up.
Browns 8.5. Yeah, they've got a roster that should get you 8.5 wins, but is Deshaun Watson actually good? There's no evidence that he's good since he's gotten to Cleveland. Like 0 evidence. I'm taking it under. I think they just fall on their face again.
Listen, they have to pay for their sins. They did the Baker Mayfield, so.
But the good thing they got, though, they got
Jameis. I forgot they went and got Jameis. Oh, my God.
Dubs. So if Jameis gets out there, then, hey, I changed my pick.
Jameis
give me
gets
the
out
over.
there. Give him 14 win right there.
If Jameis plays, I give me Jameis.
Yeah, and listen, Jameis is going to be like, all right, F it. Amari's out there somewhere. Chuck off his back foot. And somehow Amari Cooper's old ass just comes out with the football. Him and those ugly-ass route-running sneakers he came out with this offseason.
I did.
I don't know if y'all saw those. If you have a second, go look them up there. The ugliest sneakers I've ever seen. They look like
how ugly they are.
They look like the turf trainers like lacrosse players wear on indoor practices. And they're called the Route Runner ones or something. They are the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. All right, moving on to the Bungles. Anakin Skywalker playing quarterback for them this year. If y'all didn't see Joe Burrow's new cut, I'm taking the over because the Force is strong with this one. Yeah, that's my Star Wars reference for the day.
So my concern is when they were talking about his health. Oh,
yes.
boy.
Oh, every damn Browns win, Chris would send this to the group chat.
God, I love it.
Oh, man. I'm gonna. My worry is his health. I mean, they're talking about his. Is he fully healthy? He's talked about himself. He feels like he's about 50-60%, something in that range. A season's a little bit away, so I'm gonna take the under, and I'm gonna say they get 10 wins. I'm just very concerned about that man's health.
All right, Chrissy. Flacco.
Yeah, Joey B's got the love locks now. He's got the Anakin Skywalker haircut. I saw the meme. I'm gonna take the over. But I did hear some bad news about his hand. Apparently, he lost some feeling in his hand, his throwing hand. Yeah, beautiful cut. Oh my god. But I'm going to take the over, and I think it's one of those just overs again, so I'm going to go 11 wins.
It just screams like Def Leppard.
Yeah, dude, man, it looks like a bag of ramen noodles.
It's like Judas Priest.
Oh, man. I would love to twirl that. I mean, nothing.
Nothing.
Matt, we have a lot of fun on here.
Excuse me, sir. Can I twirl your hair?
Guys, excuse us.
Can I twirl your hair?
Yeah, sir. I twirl your hair. It got really weird in here.
Got weird.
I can't hear Jared.
You guys come here often, or
DJ or Jay?
There
Did
you
you guys go yet or no?
No. Give me the
Bengals.
I think that they bounce back. Give me the over on them. I think they can get to 11 wins this season. I feel like this is the year that they finally show back up.
If they're healthy, we'll take the over at 11 as well.
Nice. All right. Last but not least, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm gonna make this quick. They will have the over. This is a very good football team. Also, apparently, Skinny Lamar is MVP Lamar, according to everyone on Twitter. So, yeah, I don't care about second time streak of the schedule. They'll still beat people by 20 points. Give me 13 win.
Ooh. I'm gonna take the under on this one. I'm taking the unders on all of them, except the Steelers and the Browns. So, I don't know. That offensive line got weaker. They've lost their left guard. They lost their right tackle. I know Odell Beckham wasn't really a big deal over there, but now it's really just Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Mark Andrews coming off of his pretty serious injury. I'm going to take the under. I don't know. I'm not believing in the Ravens this year to get at least 12 wins.
All right. Deej.
We're going to take the under. 12 wins is a lot. So even if they get 11, that's a great season, but it's still the under. So we're going to take the under.
All right. Jay.
I'm going to take the over. I think the Ravens keep it going. I mean, they picked up, who's that, Roger from Washington on a Joe Moore award-winning offensive line. I think that helps him with Staley on the other side. Give me the Ravens over. I think that they can continue to do what they do every year, kill it in the regular season, disappear in the playoffs. Hopefully Monken's learned his lesson to not do the opposite of what makes you successful.
There you go. Chrissy!
Slamming the over. I'm with Jay. I don't, same team.
All righty. Next up is the AFC West. We're going to start with Chris's favorite team to do an impression of, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders. Raiders. We're going to go under, sadly. I want to root for my guys, but I don't know. I think they're going under.
There you go. All righty. I'm going to take the over on the Raiders. I believe in Antonio Pierce. I believe in this offense. Also, Gardner Minshew, as DJ can attest to, is just a pain in the ass to beat. He's just crafty. He's not great. He's crafty. He's exactly what they need to get 8 to 7 or 8 wins. So yeah, that's the over right there. There we go. All right, Matty.
Stash.
My thing is that I think they needed defense, and the fact that they flipped a coin to take Brock Bowers in the first round, I wouldn't have admitted that to anybody. But I don't know. You lose Josh Jacobs, you got rid of DJ on offense, and you draft another tight end when you really needed defensive help. They did make some offensive or off-season moves on defense. Not taking a quarterback, and you're rolling with Aidan O'Connell and Gardner Minshew. I'm going to take the under on the Las Vegas Raiders.
And Big J.
Raiders, I'm taking the under. Who's throwing the ball? Like, I get that we're giving some love to Gardner Minshew and all, cool story, but who's actually throwing the ball? Aidan O'Connell, and he like the starter in theory? No. They've got all the weapons to catch the ball. And picking up Brock Bowers, fantastic draft pick, by the way. You still got Adams, and then you've got, I like Jacoby Myers personally, and then Zamir White's really good catching out of the backfield. Who the hell's throwing it? Give me the under.
All right. We're going to make this one really quick. Anybody got the Broncos over 5.5 wins?
I'll give them 6.
No.
Oh, I don't either. I'm rolling down to Sean Payton's Fire Town. I'm a Sean Payton hater, so I'm here for this.
Yeah.
I will take the under if Zach Wilson or Trevor Siemian starts, and the push if Bo Nix starts. But it's going to be bad. Either way, it's going to be another bad year for the Broncos.
All right. Anyone else got any other thoughts on this bum squad?
Under. South Park's going down.
I'll take the over if Bo Nix plays.
I'd rather have Cartman. I'd rather have Cartman under center at this point. All right. The Jim Harbaugh khaki Chargers, 8.5 wins. No receivers, no problems.
Brad McConkey.
Yeah, DJ, we get it. Your other cousin got drafted by.
Don't even look anything like him. Just because we're both white doesn't mean we look alike,
joke.
Jared.
It's a white receiver joke.
That, Jared.
God.
All right. I'm gonna take the over because 8.5 is so damn low. They're gonna get 9 wins at best. I think the Raiders are a better team than them. The only thing they have better than them is an actual quarterback, and I guess one better edge rusher. Yeah, I guess 9 wins. I'll take the over here because I need at least one more over. But Chrissy,
I'm going to take the over. Same thing with you, Jared. I'm going just over, and I'm being generous with that because I could see him getting 8 wins.
All right, Jay.
Going under.
I'm going to take the over as well. Their schedule is pretty favorable, right? Fifth easiest is very favorable. They've got the NFC South to go along with, the Raiders and the Broncos. So, besides dealing with the Chiefs, I think that Justin Herbert's going to give us another season of greatness and then choke in the playoffs. Give me that over.
Deej?
We'll give them the over. I think they can win 10. That offensive line's really good when healthy.
Matty?
Deej, if you had hair on the top of your head, you really might look like Ladd McConkey. I'm not going to lie.
Well, that's unfortunately hasn't been a reality for about 12 years. So, unfortunately, we can't go do ifs, hands, or buts.
Unless you were to smile and you would show all your teeth as if you just stubbed your toe, then you don't look like Ladd McConkey because this dude looks like he is in pain when he's smiling. Anyways, we're taking the under. There's not one thing on this team that screams that they're going to win 9 games. Give me the under.
All right. And last but not least, the Fighting Harrison Buckers.
Oh, that guy definitely shit himself. There's no way he did it, dude. I know the face of a guy who shits himself. That's a guy who shit himself.
Jesus.
You know the face of a guy who shits himself. We're not going to get into that.
I don't want to go there.
We're too far along into this to go down that rabbit hole. We might lose the show at that point. All right. Kansas City Chiefs. Let me ask. I'm going to do the reverse here. Does anybody have them going under 11 wins?
Absolutely.
No.
They're going
They
to
figure out a way to always do it.
that division.
Yeah, Nate, moving on. We're good.
They're going to win like 14 just because they're worse.
All right, AFC South. Then we're going to get into bets with Swaggy, and we'll kick off with the NFC East afterward. An abridged version of the bets with Swaggy. Matt's going to bring his A game only. This is top cuts. Okay, yeah. So, Jacksonville Jaguars, 8.5. Remember, Chris refers to it as jagging off. 8th toughest schedule. Doug Peterson, they're trying to get Trev trying to get a new contract. And we got Gabriel Davis. The draft really made no sense to me whatsoever, but whatever. I'm okay with it. Give me the under. Yeah. Oh, I hate this entire division. This makes my head hurt. Give me the over because I think they're a 9-win team because everyone else in the division got better than them. Like the Colts got better, the Texans got better. Also, 9.5. Are you effing kidding me? And Titans, come on, yeah. So yeah, give me the over on the Jags, Matt.
Give me, like you said, short and sweet to the point. Over on the Jaguars. I think they're going to be a 9-win team. I just think they're going to they're going to get 9 wins. It's not going to be enough to get the wild card, so it's going to be a 9-8 season for them.
All right, Jay.
This is going to be a tough division, man. I think this is going to be one of the tougher divisions this year, just because it's like a lot of young teams, young players that are. It's going to be a tough one. 8.5 feels kind of high, but you know what? I'm feeling froggy. I'm gonna jump. Give me the over.
All right, Deej.
Give me the over. They were 8-3 before Trevor Lawrence got banged up last year, so I think they can get 9 or 10.
Chrissy.
Jagging. We're jagging over. Give me 9. 9 wins for my Jags.
Jagging over. There goes half a win over the line.
Jagging over.
Real big
we
game.
do.
All right.
We do.
Well, listen, we wouldn't be doing this man justice. We didn't talk about his team next. The Indianapolis Colts, DJ Squad, 8.5. Opponent win percentage of .491, 11th easiest schedule in the league. Deej, my boy.
We'll take the over because they can get 9. I think they're better than they were last year and healthier. And Gardner Minshew got you 9 last year, so they can get 9 this year.
Oh, they're a 9-win team. I agree with you completely. I think AR is going to be a fun story this year. They need to get more pieces around him, but I think
if AR stays healthy, they win twice.
It's going to be a very entertaining season in Indianapolis.
If he stays healthy, they win 11. If Chris's boy Joe Flacco comes in, they probably win 9 or 10.
We don't have to play the club again, Nate. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Maybe we'll just add that to Nate. Actually, is there a way possible to add that video to our videos we just put up for random plays like the Bryce Harper video? I think it'd be perfect for Chris. Anyway, it is love affair with Joe Flacco. Speaking of Chris, Colts, what do you got him at with your boy Flacco in the background?
Going over. I love this team. It's my new favorite team. Well, after the Eagles, Colts are my new favorite team, man. Where Flacco goes, I go.
I'm going over as well. I love this roster. I love their draft.
DJ, we're about to go to so many Colts games this year, buddy.
Can't wait. You're paying.
I gotta go with the over. I'm a big AR fan. I loved the kid in Florida. I thought he was just so much fun to watch. And if he stays
Colts!
God damn it!
Scared the shit out of me, dude. Oh my god.
When your producer goes rogue.
I love that clip.
All right, Matt, go.
I'm going to take the over. I think they had something special with Anthony Richardson last year. It was cut short. You give him Joe Flacco, comeback player of the year last year for some insurance, so give me the over. Michael Pittman coming back also is huge. Capital Y.
Michael's Pitts.
All right, Jay, go.
Yeah, I mean, Richardson, getting healthy and adding with Pittman, you're adding A.D. Mitchell, which I've seen him firsthand in person, and Duke can ball. So I'll give him props. Colts over.
All righty. Moving on. Titans at 6.5. Connecticut boy, Mayo Dog, Will Levis leading the squad. Calvin Ridley, Tony Pollard, key offseason acquisitions. And they also got a couple guys on defense as well. I'm going to take the over here. I think they're an 8-win team this year. They're going to lose some games in heartbreak. I think this team will be a playoff team next season, 2026, or 2025 into 2026 season. They will be a playoff team. I think this team, though, it's a lot of fun. They're going to score points, but they're going to struggle with their identity at times. They've been so Derrick Henry dependent since about 2018, 2017. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Titans for 7 to 8 wins, but still the over. So, Vegas gave me a very low bar to jump over. It's like doing box jumps when you're drunk.
I'm going to take the over as well. I think this is kind of a sneaky good offense. Not great offense, but I think it could be like a top 12, top 14 offense. My only concern is, Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. There's pretty much two guys that do the same exact thing in a sense. But, I mean, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, and Traylon Burks might not be a bad receiver core. So give me the over on them. And like you said before, they improved that defense. They got L'Jarius Sneed. So I think they're going to be a sneaky team.
Nice. Jay.
Yeah, I 6.5 feels super low. So I think it's a trap. So I'm going to take the under.
Right.
I think Vegas wants everybody to go over on this one because, I mean, look at the wide receiver room with Ridley making his valiant return to the league and DeAndre Hopkins that they just got and Tyler Boyd. It's pretty good for Will Levis. That gives him somebody to throw to, right? What am I missing here? What am I missing here? The defense looks solid. The 3-4 defense. He's got Devontae Sweat to add right there in the middle. Big dude, and he's going to be very hard to guard.
DUI inside, still a good rusher.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out why is this so low. So yeah, I'm just gonna take the under.
They just hate Will Levis in Vegas. That's what it is. It's got to be.
It's fair. I mean, we can't trust him, but I think I'm
kind of like.
Yeah.
Listen, my boy got dumped by his girl. Cheated on him with Morgan Wall, and dude comes out and throws 4 touchdown passes.
I was gonna say
3 to Unk, aka DeAndre Hopkins.
I was gonna say you can't trust his girlfriend either, but
yeah, Here we are.
It's kind of like last year. The Giants had the line of 7.5 after they came off the playoff series, and they added Darren Waller and Jalen Hyatt, and their line was 7.5. Everybody took the over, and then they just plummeted in the under.
I didn't. I took the under. I'm a hater though, so that's a different story. All right, Deej.
We're gonna take the under. I think 6 feels about right for him.
Speaking of haters.
That's fair. I mean, they won 6 last year. Now they're winning 6 this year. Now, that's a fair assessment. If I was a hater, I'd have put them at 2.
All right. Finally, the team that's most likely going to win the Texans, shout out to our boy Hector. Houston Texans. 9.5 wins. Are y'all kidding me right now? Yeah, 4's toughest schedule. I get it. But, their offense is loaded. And their defense is pretty solid. Over to the moon. Diggs. Tank Dell's back. So, once he heals from his gunshot wounds, because God forbid the guy can stay healthy. My dog Nico Collins. So, yeah, give me the Texans plus. I think 13 wins.
If any team, Chris, I didn't see your hand up. Sorry.
Thank you, Professor. So I'm gonna take the Titans at 6 wins. I guess we skip Chris. Guess we're just gonna do that now. Thanks, Jared. First he rips on wheelchair.
Hey, Chris,
he rips on wheelchair Jimmy, then he comes at me.
Find me in the parking lot, all right? Let's go.
Anyway, I don't do that anymore. I'm a Christian man. But yeah. Give me the Texans over. Now you're going to get even better. I love it. I'm a Stroud boy. Jared put me on. Thanks, Jared. They got Diggs. What a pickup. His offense looks great. D'Amico Ryans is a great head coach. Yeah, I'm going to go over. And I'm going to take a piss, so I will be back.
There you go. All right. I believe, Jay, that leaves you and Maddie and Deej, correct?
On the Texans?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm going under. I just feel like we're going to see a sophomore slump. It just feels right. 9 wins. Not bad, but I just don't think they're going to go over that. So, 9. Go under.
There you go. Deej.
I'll take the over. I'll put them at 10, but I feel like 9.5 is low. I think the line should have been 10.5 because then I could take the under there. So I'm gonna take the over because 9.5 is weirdly low.
Nice. All right, so John, I'm going to call an audible here. I don't want to keep you guys for another 45 minutes to do the NFC, even though I have a bit that I might do for the end of the show, just a preview for the NFC show. We'll do NFC next week. So Maddie, we'll let you finish here, and then you get to go into Bets of Swagoo to end us off.
Nice.
And then I'll do my preview for next week.
All right, give me the over on the Texans at 9.5. What receiver do they not have? Stephon Diggs, Tank Dell, Nico Collins,
Tank Dell right
Brown.
now.
Well, he's still signed. John Mechie, Dalton Schultz, Joe Mixon. Stroud looked amazing last year. Is definitely the best quarterback in that draft so far. Defense ain't bad. I'm going to take the over on this. I think they answer back and they get back into the playoffs.
All right. And a little quick preview for next week. This is the Philadelphia Eagles theme song for the next couple of weeks because I think it's a revenge tour for a lot of people. I'm feeling a stone cold vibe for the Eagles this year. Oh my God! You talk about Jalen getting ripped apart by the national media, Saquon getting revenge on his team, AJ Brown getting revenge on the Philadelphia media. Oh my God! I am ready for next week's NFC totals. I am going to be out of control. But yeah, no, we'll start with NFC East next week, obviously. So next Thursday, Jay, I know you can't next week. Possibly you may. I don't know. I see you traveling. You both are invited back next week. If you guys would like to come back for doing the NFC, I just don't want to take up all your Thursday night. So I'm also running on 4 hours of sleep. Some the fact that I skipped Chris is evident of that. So that being said, Maddie, it's time for your segment, my friend. Bets with Swagoo. Nathan, please put him in the center aisle.
All right. Got my little betting hat on because this looks like it's this. I just feel like an illegal bookie from the Peaky Blinders times. All right, starting with the Celtics-Pacers game. So first off, on side notes, I like the Celtics winning this game. I got the Celtics money line, but I do like the Pacers spread at I believe it was 8.5. So I like the spread for the Pacers and the money line for the Celtics. A quick little same game parlay for the Celtics Pacers game. 3-legger right here. Jaylen Brown, 25 plus points. He scored 26 in game 1 and hit 21 of 29 field goals. Pascal Siakam, 20 plus points, scored 20 plus 4 games in a row, averages 23 points per game on the road. And Tyrese Halliburton, I'm going to take the 15 plus point line. So those are my 3 picks for that same game parlay right there, plus the Celtics money line and then Pacers spread. Going over to tomorrow's game with the Timberwolves, I like the Timberwolves money line. They're going to be home, a game 2 redemption, tough loss game 1, but I think they come back and tie up the series with game 2. I like Edwards, 15 plus points, Doncic, 25 plus points, and as well going with Kyrie with the 25 plus points as well also. Moving on, I got just a couple quick ones with hockey, nothing crazy. I know time's limited. We got the Rangers money line. I know they lost bad game 1. They were down 1-0 in the third, and they lost 3-0. But I'm going to go redemption game 2, I believe, home at the Garden. This is still a team that I'm taking to win the finals. It's first game. So, I mean, you can't lose to a team that's in Florida. They don't even know what ice is in Florida. So, come on. And then last one, Dallas Stars money line. Edmonton has been hot. They have a great team. They've been doing really well this year. I'm going to take Dallas, though, to take the first game. But shout out to both those teams. I'm going to take Rangers money line, Dallas money line for the playoffs for the hockey segment. Baseball wise, Aaron Judge is on fire. This man is hitting home runs left and right. Anytime home run, it's Aaron Judge right there.
Let me throw another one for you. Ketel Marte to get a hit and Christian Walker to hit a home. Actually, no, just to Ketel Marte to get a hit. My man is on a 21-game hit streak right now. They play tomorrow against the Marlins. Take Ketel Marte for a hit in your same game parlay. That is my little out of left field advice.
Yeah, and that is what I got for Swagoo's bets of the week. Keeping it a little light. I mean, you got 2 NBA games, 2 Ranger games, and baseball. We have the whole season to focus on. But the most important, the meat and potatoes of everything right now is NBA and NHL.
There you go. By the way, presented by, of course, the amazing people at KNFs.com. Promo code BUT20 for 20% off your purchase at checkout. Amazing stuff. All right, Deej, before we roll out of here, where can we find you and Kelsey's amazing content?
Hilo Sports on everything, YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, all of it live every Wednesday, 8 p.m. And anywhere you want to listen to your podcast, you can find us there as well.
Awesome. You can find me, Chris, Nate, and of course, Swagoo, talking all things football, basketball, baseball, college football, college basketball. I mean, College World Series might be fun to talk about for gambling. I don't know. We have to do some research. All right. That being said, we have our live shows Mondays and our Korner Booth pregame on Thursdays. Obviously, next week will be part 2 of the over-under series. Now that we know we're only doing the NFC, me, Chris, Matt, and Deej, and hopefully Jay can kind of get after it. I also didn't want to keep any of y'all longer. We've already done an hour and a half today. Great show. I know I'm running on 4 hours of sleep. DJ looks exhausted. I know Chrissy's looks a little tired too. Ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you stopping by. Shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek, Righteous Felon, and Canadips. Of course, shout out to our boy Jay. You can check him out, Unfair Sports, on all sports platforms. The best thing to go to for all Oklahoma Sooners content, as well as basketball knowledge. I am Jared. That's Chrissy. That's Maddie. Ghost is behind me. And, of course, Anthony is laying somewhere next to Matt, right?
He is about 5 feet behind me snoring.
Yep.
And Melvin Deuce here. He's just behind me.
Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, we will catch you guys next week. And have an awesome Memorial Day weekend. Remember, this weekend is not about your barbecues, your beers, your day off. It is about the men and women who died and gave the ultimate sacrifice for this country. That started in this amazing nation started in 1776, all the way through now. Please understand that when you are enjoying, yes, I know, Ghost, I'm telling them. Please understand that when you are enjoying your hot dog or burger or Bud Light or whatever you're doing on Monday, and have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Of course, shout out to our veterans as always. And we will see you guys on no show Monday because it's Memorial Day. We may do a show Tuesday. I highly doubt it. We might just see you guys next Thursday. Peace.